Hello and welcome. These are horse racing selections for Thursday the 17th of October. I am Flatcap Callum and I'm hoping you all very, very well. I'm having a little bit more of an interest on Thursday. Some of you might be excited to know, some of you might not, but I've technically got three bets. It's a total of 15 quid. There's the main £13 bet, which is 5 horses. And then I'm going a little extra single and a little reverse forecast. I haven't done one of those since I've been back. I guess as a general headline, what I would say, because I know this is a bit of a late upload for those of you who stayed up, so I'm going to try and not go on about stuff. But I've been back 4 weeks, and I'm happy where the star system is at in a lot of places. In terms of it was, I worked on it over the summer. I was predominantly looking at turf racing, but equally summer all weather, which I would say is distinctly different to the winter all weather in terms of the types of results you get. And historically, the winter all weather is where we've been doing good, but we're getting absolutely spanked the last 4 weeks on the winter all weather, and whether that's Dundalk, Kempton, wherever you want it to be. It's not been going great, and although the channel's in profit since I've returned, the turf stuff is propping us up quite a bit. So, and last year, and every year, I've had good winter seasons on the all weather without using a star system. And what I do is I have the selections that hit the star system. I have horses that don't hit the star system. So I'm betting other horses that aren't making it to the channel grade. So the idea being the ones I put on the channel or the ones of the creme de la creme, if you like. So if I'm doing it right and I'm getting the star system right, what I should find and what I found all the way consistently through the summer is the horses that didn't make the star system were outperformed by the horses that hit the star system. In the first 4 weeks since I've been back, that is not the case with the all-weather racing specifically. The turf stuff, whatever, fine, random bumpers and novice hurdles and that sort of stuff, all no bother, France, no bother. But all weather handicaps, so I'd say, actually more than that. So all weather handicaps and the rarity of listed graded stuff, the non-star horses have outperformed quite some way the starred ones. So that's a little ramble. What does it actually mean? What it means is I'm loosening the shackles a little bit on the all-weather stuff. So I'm gonna see how we go the next few weeks. So I'm not chucking out the star system. Like I've worked on that, put a lot of hours into it, and I've got absolutely faith that works for when I designed it for. I'm not 100% convinced in the last 4 weeks. Well, in the last 4 weeks, the data says it's not working for all-weather. You need a bit longer than that to make a decision about. 4 weeks is a short amount of time. You need a bit longer than that. So I'm still going to use the star system for the all-weather, but I'm also going to put more selections that I am happy with that don't hit the star system, so they won't be starred, but they are going to be included. Hopefully that makes sense. So what you might find in the next few weeks is a little bit more volume. So where I would be tighter or was planning to be tighter, I'm loosening it up a little bit. All right, so whether or not that means we get any better result, I don't know. But that's what I'm doing. So, quick review of Wednesday. That won't take long. Got to the front and faded. Didn't run. So 450 was placed. 150 return of a non-runner refund. So the channel was down 3 quid. So we're down 7 quid. We've had 3 horses run this week so far. Our cross was down nothing Monday. We had 2 Tuesday, 1 Wednesday, so 3 horses in 3 days, minus £7. Thursday we got 15 quid. Okay. I will mention as well. I'll also do the Tips League result tonight, but I'll do more of the detail tomorrow. Noted. Here's the main bet. Okay, there's a lot going on there, isn't there? Right, I'll hold it up. You can get your screenshots or whatever you do, and I'll talk you through. So. 225 at the Curragh. So there's 3 big handicaps in terms of big field handicaps at the Curragh on Thursday. My preference is for the 225. So from a statistical point of view, from a percentage chance of framing, that is the better one. when you get to the last one, and there is the bonus horses in the last race, 30 runners, and you've only got 3 bookies paying 6. The rest are paying 5. So if you've got 6, you've got a 1 in 5 chance of hitting the frame. If you've got 5 places, you've got a 1 in 6 chance of hitting the frame. That is pretty poor by maths standards. So I know people will think, oh, it's big field handicap, it's beating big prices, let's get stuck in. Mathematically, 30 runners and most bookies paying 5 is not great. So this 225, I think, is 17 runners, and I like one near the foot end of the prices, as is often the case. I have got some short ones on the all-weather, but yeah, Sporting Hero has gone in. It came out as a 1-star, 33 to 1. We're then going to move over to the all-weather in the UK. We've got 3 at Southwell, 1 at Chelmsford, 2 hit the star and 2 don't. So 5 o'clock Southwell, Street Life, runs handicaps on that basement grade in the course and distance quite well, but there is a little bit of inconsistency, and that's the problem you get with basement grade. So the fact it's basement grade and the fact that it's an apprenticed handicap are 2 sort of negatives for me, which prevented it from hitting a star point of view. But there's lots of course and distance form for that horse. If it's on a going day, it can be competitive, it can make the frame. So Street Life's in at 12, it really should be single figures. We then go in the 5-10 Chelmsford, chilled out, interesting profile. It's been run over further the last 2 times. I think back to 10 furlongs is right. All its best runs have been over 10 furlongs. It's run well at Chelmsford, it's run well at other places. So I think that it's, you know, maybe they've experimented over further, didn't work out. It may be that it's out of form, but from a point of view of what it's done, it's competitively handicapped. So 16 is a good price, but it doesn't hit the star system. We've then got in the 6:30 Southwell, Cliffcake firing in at a 4-star horse, 11 to 1. So we haven't had many, and the ones we've had a little bit of mixed success. So yeah, we'll see how we go with Cliffcake, but it's come out 4 stars. It really likes Southwell, and yeah, course and distance form is absolutely bob on. Handicap mark's great. Didn't run too badly last time, so 4-star Cliffcake. And then final one, 8 o'clock Southwell. It's only 9s, sharp distinction, come out as a 1-starer. So the bet is 10 times 20p win doubles. This is the regular bet for 5 horses that I do on the channel. If you just want to do a simple each way Canadian Super Yankee, you do that. This is what I do for the channel. 10 times 20p win doubles, 10 times 15p each way trebles, 5 times 15p each way 4-folds, and a 25p each way 5-fold. Then we get to the singles. Hopefully you can follow the shapes. I mean, I've had to go to blinking octagons tonight. I mean, I thought I was drawing a hexagon, and then I was like, no, actually that's an octagon. So normally I just go circles, squares, occasionally triangles. Couldn't quite do a triangle tonight, so yeah, octagons are in. Anyway, 75p each way single, Sporting Hero. 50p each way single, Chilled Out. 75p win, so this is unusual for what I've been doing recently, but 75p win. Street Life doesn't make this star system, and below 10 to 1 we're going to just stick a 75p. So you will note what I do is sometimes the greater the greater the value, the more the stake. The greater the odds, the more the stake in some respects, which is opposite to what most people do. If they think it's a short price favourite, they'll put more on. I put more on, more value, therefore often that's higher odds. And then the final one, £2, that's £2. The usual stake for a win is £1, but £2 win single Cliffcake, 11 to 1. These 5 bookies are all the best for place terms. So it's 365 Sky, Unibet, Betfred and Betway. Mainly this comes down to most are 5, most are standard. It's the Cliffcake race. There's a lot of difference in opinion of place terms, and that's why those 5 come out best, because that Cliffcake one. So Cliffcake comes 4th, they'll be worthwhile. If it comes 3rd or 5th or something else different, it don't matter. But that's the difference really. So £13 is the bet. That is bet 1. Right, the other stuff's a lot simpler. So bet 2. I'd add some debate, but I'm putting a little interest on this tall story. Million of miles away from hitting the star system, and a lot of that's down to like I talked about, the rubbish place terms. It's a 30 runner race, but this horse has been out of form. not great. 40 to 1, good price though. On the basis, if you look at in the last, let me get this right, I think it's the last 3 years, this horse has run in handicaps on the flat 7 times and has been placed 6 times in October, usually on really dodgy ground. Yeah, it's a horse that seems to do its best work in October, and sometimes this happens, and this is why in October a lot of people avoid the flat because they think the results are inconsistent. They are if you base purely on the form. One of the things you have to factor in is which horses actually do all their best stuff in October, because there's quite a few, if you actually start looking at the detail, that over a period of time excel in October. So they wait to the end of the season. Whether they're any better or not, who knows? Is it actually everything else is just a bit tired, and this is the horse that's been kept fit for them to try and run well? I don't know. But I don't like the place terms. It's not a horse in form, but the October form of this horse is really outstanding. So 40 to 1, we've got a 50p each way single, and I'm suggesting you use 365 Paddy or Sky. They're all 6 places. For the channel, as long as they remain 6 places, that's what we would take for the channel. 40 to 1, £1 is your bet. And then again, because I've slightly loosened the shackles on the all-weather, this forecast has then popped into the reckoning. So yeah, I don't do a lot of forecasts, but it is something since I've been back. I mean, I think I've done one combination tricast or something. I think it was something like that since I've been back. So this is the first straight up reverse forecast, I think. Feel free to correct me in the comments. But the 8:15 Chelmsford, so this is our saver bet, right? So if everything else has gone down, the last race we've got on the plan today is the 8:15 Chelmsford. 7 runners. We're going Pop Dancer, Dark Side Prince, 50p reverse forecast, £1 win. So reverse, either way round, we want them to come first and second. So this is not a bet you're familiar with. We're betting in total £1, 50p one way, 50p the other. The way the result gets worked out is they work out what the it is on the tote in terms of what the straight forecast pays, and we, for 50p, you would get half of that. So if the straight forecast came out at like £19.50, we would get £9.75. Almost didn't make that too easy for myself. So that's how it would work on this. You need to come first and second. First and third, not good enough. First and second is it. That's what we're going with. So £1 on that one. So 13 the main bet, 2 little extras on it, £1, £15. So we've actually got 3 horses hitting the star system, 3 that aren't. So 1 is a rogie and 2 are qualifying on the basis that I'm loosening the all-weather bits, and then also on that basis we've got this extra reverse forecast. So that's my plan. £15 in the name of the channel is down. You decide what you would like to do. All right, I'll be back tomorrow night for Rambly, hopefully earlier. Rambly. Oh no! Hold that thought. I promised you the tips the league result, didn't I? Sorry. Tips the league result. Here we go. Here's your name up in Sharpies. So well done, Justin Peachy, 48.98, clear winner last week on the Tips League. Gomez was second, £35, doing well overall in the standing. He's 5th overall. Scott Harvey, 28. That's enough to put him in the top 10. And then you can see we go down there. And important to add here, because I don't think people understood this last week. These are not the only 10 people that made profit. They the 10 best profit. There are 22 people who made profit last week. So if you can work out from that, there are 12 other people that made more profit than a penny and less than £7.99. So if your name's not in the top 10 and you think you made a profit, work it out. You'll probably find it was less than £8 and more than a penny. All right. So that's that. So well done, Justin, for being last week's winner. I'll give more detail about that. Stephen sent me some extra cool stats and stuff I'll go through, and that's the plan to add that into tomorrow's ramble. See if we can get you a ramble, because I know last week I was shortchanging people, and when people pay for this channel and the high subscription fees that I charge, I do feel like I let people down when they miss out on stuff that I say I'm going to do. So you've paid the subscription fee for the channel, you deserve the ramble. You'll get it tomorrow. That's what I'm hoping. There's always a caveat. Life throws up your curveballs, doesn't it? And sometimes babies don't let you do the things you want to do. So I'm hoping there's a ramble, but if stuff gets in the way, I think most people understand. All right. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow night. Bye bye.